to solve two-step equations. All right, so to do this, the first thing that we have to do is undo the addition, subtraction. And we do this to remove the constant term. Let's move it to the other side. The second thing then we do is we undo the multiplication, division. And we do this to remove coefficient. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at this question here. Two-step equations, what we always want to do is obviously isolate the x. And so we need to first get rid of anything else that's around it. So I like to think of it as a party. You have this party that mom and dad didn't know about or get together at your house. And everyone's having a good time, a little bit of a mess, and all of a sudden you get that call, hey, we're on our way home. You're like, oh no, woo, what do we do? Well, 25 represents people who weren't at the party. And you have 1 that would be like sort of your friends, but your best friend or best friends are right next to you because you are the variable. So first thing we do is we get rid of our friends. So instead of adding 1, we subtract 1 from both sides. So now we have 6x equals 24. Now, after everything's cleaned up, your friends are headed out. So instead of multiplying by 6, we divide both sides by 6. So we're left with x equals 24 divided by 6, which is 4. Our check is 6 times 4 plus 1 equals 25. 24 plus 1 equals 25. And indeed, we get 25 equals 25. So there we go. We got the right answer. All right, so here we go. We got another one that we're going to be looking at to work with. Again, we need to do the adding or subtracting of just the regular number and move it to the other side. It's like your friends who you need to get rid of. So instead of adding 13, we subtract 13. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So now we're left with 14 on this side, and we have negative 3 halves x. This is the fraction work that gets us a little confused. So what we can do is multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal is negative 2/3. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So in this case, we're left with x equals, and now I do my fraction work here, no common cancellations to do. So I get negative 28/3. And that's what I believe my answer is. I can go ahead and do a check by negative 3 halves, negative 28/3 plus 13 equals 27. I can cross cancel. So I still have a negative 1 here and I have a 1 here. I can cross cancel again or cross simplify. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and this would be negative 14. So a negative times a negative gives me a positive, which is 14, plus 13 equals 27, and 27 equals 27. I'm correctamundo, because that's my check. Woo-woo!